Ass move like water, but I'm known to be a solid bitch. How they fucking hating y'all be doing, it ain't stopping shit. I don't need to watch for me to let him know what time it is. You grown now. I ain't doing nothing that your mama did. Never gave a fuck like I ain't never broke my hymen. I rock Louis slippers cause I'm always out here sliding. Ayy, she say I'm a hoe because a nigga on my body. Guess I got 'em mad cause a hoe like me be shining. Ayy, I'ma take this bitch, I ain't scared of shit. Yes, thick girls can't take dick. I don't really fuck with none of y'all. Y'all can miss me with that handshake.
Welcome to the world class of the rebirth of news and shenanigans, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Nah, for real. Hit that motherfucking like button on y'all way.
42, that wasn't me talking. Please stop all that damn stalking. These niggas wanna take shots, then fall in love. I was just talking. These bitches don't like me, but I got to make them hate me. How you wanna be me at the same time wanna shake me? I be making money on the motherfucking daily. Got my label mad, but them niggas got to pay me. Hey, who y'all hoes be talking to? Ignore y'all how y'all father do. Until one of y'all hoes say my name, no, I can't acknowledge you.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the rebirth of news and shenanigans. We are here today. I know y'all see the title. It's called Colorism in the Womb, a surrogate heartbreaking experience. So we're going to get into the content immediately, because I'm here for a short time, not a long time. So imagine carrying a child for 9 months and a baby you nurtured, protected, and dreamed about, only to watch the parents reject her the moment she was born. Not because she was sick, not because there was something wrong with her, but because her skin was too dark. This is not a movie. This is real life. This is what colorism looks like inside the womb. And today, I'm telling the story, and we are not hiding what's in reality and what's out there. So let's get into this content. Via IVF. Key steps include medical screening, embryo transformation, and legal. Let's start from the beginning. Hello, guys. There we go. And this video is going to be about surrogacy. So I'm going to break it down for you here. So surrogacy involves a woman carrying a pregnancy for another person or couple, typically via IVF. Key steps include medical screening, embryo transformation, and legal agreements. The core process includes IVF and embryo transfer. Surrogates undergo IVF cycles requiring frequent monitoring and hormone injections. Average IVF costs range from $10,500 to $20,000. Legal arrangements, contracts outline compensation, parental rights, and responsibilities. Legal fees vary between $6,500 and $17,500. Compensation base pay starts at $50,000 with additional funds for multiples, traveling, and lost wages. Total costs often exceed $168,000 for anyone who's interested. Insurance surrogates needs medical, disability, and accidental death coverage totaling $8,500 to $15,000. Key challenges is IVF demands, frequent appointments, hormone side effects, and needle anxiety are common. Emotional detachment, surrogates must avoid forming attachments, focusing on the intended parent's journey. Financial risk, unexpected medical complications or failed transfers can increase costs. Hey, Shalana. TikTok insights, real life experiences. Creators share IVF struggles from thick needles to bruising. Surrogate perspectives. Video highlights the importance of mental preparation and clear boundaries. Cost transparency. Some creators break down expenses, emphasizing the need for a thorough financial planning. And the final thoughts. Surrogacy is a complex, emotional, charged journey requiring careful consideration of medical, legal, and financial factors. Prospective surrogates and intended parents should seek professional guidance and realistic expectations. All right, so let me take this down. So what we are getting into today is the surrogacy and talking about surrogate mothers. So the story I have today for you all is there was a surrogate mother who carried a child for some people who couldn't have children. And when she was 7 months into her pregnancy, they said they wanted to terminate the pregnancy because they said they felt like the baby was too dark. I don't know how they knew what color the baby was. I mean, how dark the baby was, because she was still in the womb. So we're going to get right into it. I'm going to play the first video here for y'all, and I want y'all to interact with me in the comments. Even for people who watch the replay, please leave a comment below, interact, let me know how y'all feel. Hit that like button so you can keep me in the algorithm. Share this out to all your social media platforms. But let's go.
To abort because the baby is too dark. Yes, this actually happened. I was sitting on my couch, rubbing my belly, feeling the baby roll around when the mom texted me out of nowhere. She sent me a screenshot of the latest ultrasound and said, "Why does the baby look darker than us?" I blinked, thought she was joking. Like, what does that even mean? Then she wrote, "We didn't expect this. We need to discuss options." And my heart dropped. We get on a video call and she looks dead serious. She goes, "We want a termination." Just like that. At 7 months. I asked why, and she said, "We didn't sign up for a dark-skinned baby. Like, this child is a pair of shoes they ordered and don't like the color anymore." I told them it wasn't even medically possible or ethical, and the dad jumps in saying, "Then we'll find another surrogate to do it." Another surrogate? Like, they can swap me out like a spare tire. I felt the baby kick right then, as if she knew what they were saying, and something inside me just snapped. I said, "This is a human being, not a customizable accessory." They didn't care, and they told me if I didn't cooperate, they'll pull the contract and cut communication. And then they blocked me. Blocked their own pregnant surrogate while their baby was still inside me. And that's not even the worst part. You won't believe what happened when the baby was born.
Okay. So far, how do y'all feel about what y'all heard? Like, this was the surrogate mother who signed up to help these people who couldn't have children. And she signed up to carry their child, and for them to come out of nowhere and say, "We don't want the child because we feel like she's going to be too dark." What type of shit is that? Yeah, that's sad, you know? This is why you see the colorism in the womb is what we are talking about today. You know, and I just don't, tell me what y'all think in the comments about that. So we're going to get into the last part of what she has to say about what happened. And then I want y'all to interact with me and we'll be done. Like I said, I'm here for a short time, not a long time. And I appreciate everybody. Once again, hit that like button for me. Share me out on all your social media platforms. And let's get it cracking.
What happened next? I went into labor early. Stress will do that to you. I remember being wheeled into the delivery room thinking, this baby deserves better. The nurses kept asking, "Where are the parents?" And I had to say it out loud. They blocked me. Their faces dropped. I had the baby, beautiful, healthy, perfect brown skin and the prettiest little eyes. And the nurses rushed her to me because there was literally no one else. Then 3 hours later, hospital security tells me 2 people are demanding access to their surrogate. And guess who it was? The same parents who blocked me. They blocked me at 7 months pregnant, but guess who showed up the moment the baby arrived? Oh, now they remembered their parents. They came in acting confused, like, "We didn't mean to cut communication. It was a misunderstanding." A misunderstanding? You tried to terminate the pregnancy because she didn't match your skin tone. The mom started fake crying. The dad kept saying, "We're ready to be parents now." Now? When the hard part is over? The social worker asked me if I felt safe handing the baby to them. And I said the truth. I don't trust them with her. And guess what? The hospital agreed. Because of the abandonment, the discrimination, the stress they caused, the case was escalated. And in the end, the intended parents lost custody of their own biological child. She was placed with a loving adoptive family, a family who didn't care about skin tone, only love. Now tell me, did
Okay. So She wants to know if she did the right thing or not. Because the actual baby was now adopted by a loving, caring family. But here's the thing, this was their own seed. When you're a surrogate mother, you take the seed from the mother and the sperm from the father. You are only the carrier. So it is so sad that this was their actual biological child that they just could not carry. And they felt like she came out too dark, and so they didn't want her any longer. But then yet you show up to the hospital and say, now we want her. This is what I mean when we talk about colorism in the room. I mean, most people assume that the biggest risk in surrogacy is medical, but nobody talks about the emotional trauma. I could never imagine that the shade of a newborn skin could determine if she was wanted or not. How do y'all feel in the comments? Like, literally, these parents did not want their own child, though. This was their child. It wasn't the surrogate mother's child. So even though she was a beautiful Black woman, y'all seen her. That was the surrogate mother that I just showed on the screen. She was beautiful. She had beautiful freckles, beautiful eyes. She was a beautiful woman. So, but that baby was not hers. She was only the carrier for these people. And for them to say they didn't want this baby because they felt like the baby was going to be too dark. How do y'all feel? I want y'all to interact with me. How do y'all feel about that? You know, because surrogacy is when a woman just carries a child for people who cannot have children on their own. So, Ethy says, when you have multiple shade children, color is blind. Right. Stanley says, what? There are books written about colorism and unwanted children. Oh, okay, Stanley. I haven't read any of those books, but I just came across this story on my timeline from a few of my subscribers who wanted me to talk about it. And so that's why we are here today. So I haven't read the books. I am going to look them up now that you say that. But that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, who does that? You know? So they actually abandoned the woman. They blocked her. They didn't have any contact with her until she had the baby. They had a contract signed. The parental care was normal. There was no medical issues. And the parents were initially excited until they seen that 3D ultrasound. In the 3D ultrasound, they said she looks darker than we expected. First of all, me being a mother and having children, the 3D ultrasound does not tell you the shade of how your baby is coming out. So I don't even know where that came from and how they came to the conclusion that their child was going to be dark, but it's just weird. And for them to say she seems darker than we expected, do y'all feel like that is normal? Is that normal to you guys? Because these are her genetics, her and the father's genetics. She is the only, there's no ultrasound that shows skin tone, Stanley. So I just don't understand where these people are coming from. So, you know, once the baby was delivered, the baby was born healthy. She was beautiful. She was crying. You know, and then all of a sudden, the parents look at the baby and their faces change. Now they want her. But so y'all tell us, was this woman right for letting the hospital, the social workers, and everybody know that she didn't feel comfortable about this baby going home with these parents because of the way they treated her before the baby even came out of the womb? Let's see. In America, yes. Oh, no, it don't. Most babies don't get color for 1 to 5 days. Right. Right, Ethy. Check them ears once they're born. You cannot see a color on an ultrasound. Even though they have the 3D ultrasounds, they're still like pink or tan in that ultrasound. No matter what color they're going to be, they're pink or tan. So, this is just how we know there's still racism and colorism in this country. You guys picked a surrogate mother, and if you wanted your baby to be really light or really white, why pick a fair-skinned black mother? I'm going to show her one more time for people who are just now coming in so that you guys could see who and what she looked like.
Pregnancy at 7 months, and after they blocked me, here's what happened next. I went into labor early. Stress will do that to you. I remember being wheeled into the delivery room thinking, this baby deserves better. The nurses kept asking, where are the parents? And I had to say it out loud. They blocked me. Their faces dropped. I had the baby, beautiful, healthy, perfect brown skin and the prettiest little eyes. And the nurses rushed her to me because there was literally no one else. Then 3 hours later, hospital security tells me 2 people are demanding access to their surrogate. And guess who it was? The same parents who blocked me. They blocked me at 7 months pregnant, but guess who showed up the moment the baby arrived? Oh, now they remembered their parents. They came in acting confused, like, we didn't mean to cut communication. It was a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding? You tried to terminate the pregnancy because she didn't match your skin tone. The mom started fake crying. The dad kept saying, we're ready to be parents now. Now? When the hard part is over, the social worker asked me if I felt safe handing the baby to them. And I said the truth. I don't trust them with her. And guess what? The hospital agreed. Because of the abandonment, the discrimination, the stress they caused, the case was escalated. And in the end, the intended parents lost custody of their own biological child. She was placed with a loving adoptive family, a family who didn't care about skin tone, only love. Now tell me, did I...
Okay. So how she felt, I don't know. My camera is messing up, you guys. That's why I'm not on camera at this moment. Let me see. Yeah, it's buffering. So I'll go back off. But I don't know if I agree with you with that one, Stanley. You said racist parents may be better than foster care. I don't know if I agree with that, because I've seen a few stories where racist parents have took in black children, adopted them, cared for them in their home for a short period of time, and ended up murdering them, ended up mistreating them, ended up neglecting them. So I don't know if I agree with that. Hey, the Remix channel. I'm good. How are you? But she did support child stripping by the system. So what do you mean child stripping? Are you saying child stripping because she said that they should not go with their biological parents? If they denied the child before she was even born, saying that she was too dark, I mean, I feel like they didn't need to be with them, to be honest. So elaborate a little bit for me what child stripping means, because that's what I'm thinking you're saying, because CPS got involved and they got adopted through a loving couple, and that might be what you're calling child stripping. But elaborate for me, please. I mean, this baby hadn't even opened her eyes yet, but the world already decided that she was too dark to be loved. That's what's wrong with a lot of people these days. Like, I don't understand. Like, if the world already decided that she was too dark to be loved, I don't feel like they were going to love her the way she needed to be loved. Okay. Sounds almost like a baby daddy, baby mama issue. Yes. And then Stanley Cross says, yeah, but more stories about results of foster care. I am saying this based on an opinion of a former foster child. I know, just my opinion though. And no, it's okay. Everybody can have their opinions because I have a different opinion and you all have a different opinion. So we all can have our opinions, you know, because there are great foster parents out there and there are some scumbags, you know, I agree. So, okay. Yeah, but I mean, I felt her on that. I would feel like the baby was in danger if they already said. So if let me put this out there. If you order a child like a product, right? And then if the product doesn't match your preferred skin tone and you say throw it away at 7 months, kill it. To me, once the baby is born, I don't feel like you should have any rights to that baby. Yeah, but they both agreed that the baby was not, the baby was not something that they wanted. Okay. Well, I respect everyone's opinions. I do. And I appreciate. Well, even if both of them got nervous, their reason being was that she was too dark. So that right there was a red flag. Both parents' reason being was that she was too dark. I mean, let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think the parents were wrong? Should skin tone ever be a factor in accepting your own child? Because if the tables were turned and the actual mother carried this baby and the baby still came out the same way that it came out of the surrogate, because the surrogate really truly didn't have anything to do with it. She was just the carrier. And they felt that, I wonder, would they feel the same way? And if you were the surrogate, what would you have done? This is what I want y'all to leave in my comments and interact with me. This is for the people that's watching the replay. This is for the people that are not here right now. And this is also for the people that's in the comments right now. But what I do want to say is the womb should be the safest place in the world, not the first place of battlefield, right? It's already bad enough that when we come out in this world, we have to fight harder. And I know some people don't believe that we go through different things, and they don't believe that this colorism, racism, and all of the above exists, but it does. Okay. And, I've witnessed it firsthand, and it's sad that our people, we have to fight harder, work harder, prove ourselves. We got to do everything above and beyond everybody else just to prove that we are who we are. We're a threat to some people, even though we're not even trying to be a threat. Just because the color of our skin, we will automatically be a threat, and it's just sad. Right, Shalana, skin tone should not matter. And Ethi says, yes, they would cause the biofather. Yes, they would, because the biofather would have almost accused her of cheating because of their expectations to they see mannerism and features. Oh, okay. That's your opinion. Yeah, that's your opinion. I know a couple, right? The woman is brown skinned, the wife. The husband is dark skinned. They had one child that came out brown skinned. They had one child that came out dark skinned, and then they had one child that came out light skinned. And they were all his children, but they all came out a different tone. You know, it is what it is. That's just what it does. You know, we have the ability to create some beautiful things. We have the ability to create beautiful shades of people. Hey, K Riz. Yeah, so you know, I just wanted to bring this to you all. And like I said, I'm only here for a short time, not a long time. I'm not going to be on here for 5 hours. We did our content. I'm going to get out of here. I got to go cook for my children, my 17 children. And I will see you guys on my next video. I appreciate everybody. Sounds like you're reading the book of Melanation. Oh, is there called a bit? Oh, I need to read that then. I do need to check it out. I never seen it. I never seen that book or read it, but I will check it out if that's really a book. But yeah, I have to go cook for my children. And I will see you guys later. But thank you all for supporting me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hit that like button, share me out, watch the replays, and make sure you leave a comment in my replays. Love you.